Hey friends, Nicole here. Let's talk about worry. So, if you're watching this live, it's the beginning of September. Many of you are starting school today. Some of you may already have started school with your kids. We're in that transitional seasonal stage. Hi, Preston. And really, what's happening for a lot of people is this pretty crazy worry spiral. I'm seeing it all over the place. And, we're in pandemic times, but if you're not watching this in pandemic times, you could also be experiencing this anyway. But there's worry about keeping yourself safe, about keeping your family safe, around keeping your kids safe. There's worry around making big decisions. This is happening with a lot of my clients. Some of them are really in that state of making a big decision for themselves. So they're worried about that. I'm seeing worry about family, just like your family's health, your family's general state of well being. There is worry around so many different pieces of life that are going on, big and small. And so, what happens to us when we're really worried is it just becomes this really deep space of anxiety, and it's like a low level, constant background state. So, if you're someone who's in a state of worry and you're like, gosh, I feel that all the time, and then on top of it, people will tell you, let go. By the way, for me, I don't know about you, that never works. When someone says, "Hey, just let go of your worry." And I'm like, "Well, I don't know how to do that." And so if you're in that space where you're like, "I know I'm worried about all these things and they're all outside of my control." We're always abundantly clear, like in the news, and all these things are outside of our control and people say, "Let go." And then all of a sudden you're like, "Well, none of those things. That doesn't work for me for someone to tell me to go let go of a bunch of things that are out of my control." So, what can you really do if you're feeling overwhelmed by worry and it's just all these small things and they're all adding up to just a general state of anxiety for yourself? And so, this is a principle that I really learned from my teacher, Suzanne Conrad. And it's one of the most powerful things that you can do for yourself is to convert your worry. And how do you convert your worry is you actually clarify your commitment. And this is one of the most powerful tools you can do for yourself. And for me, this really can help me release out of worry. Like, what am I really committed to? So, what am I worried about? And where can I convert the commitment? And what happens also when we are worrying so much is we are giving up part of ourselves. We are giving up our best self, our highest self, our true self to this very low level of worry energy. And so the transition to clarifying commitment will return you back in an upward trajectory energetically so that you actually can feel really good and really whole in yourself again. And so when you're looking to be like, okay, what am I really committed to? Sometimes it can be something really simple, like I'm committed to taking care of myself today. So I'm committed to 5 to 10 minutes of a walk, or 5 to 10 minutes of, like, say, a meditation or moving your body to help yourself get out of that worry and back into a good space. Today, your commitment might be like, I'm really committed to making sure everyone is good in my family because it's an important transitional period. So that could be your commitment as well. And then also, if that is part of your commitment, then just always making sure within that commitment, where is the commitment to yourself? And to me, that's always the challenge. Whenever I'm worrying, I have committed to worrying rather than committing to something that's going to help me feel really good in my life. So if I'm in that state of worry, I'm always like, okay, clarify my commitment. How do I get myself into a better state right here? And this can be something you do in a conversation. Say you're having a tough conversation. You might say, okay, I'm committed to resolution, right? You can use that commitment to get out of any kind of energy that feels pretty low and clarify your commitment to a better space and to a better stage. So if you're really feeling consumed very much around worry, look at a commitment and start to see what that commitment can be and start to commit to yourself, moving your body. You could be committed to loving yourself in some way, doing something that helps you feel like you're loving on yourself in some way and some fashion today. And so if you can see a commitment for yourself, pop it in the chat. I would love to hear what it is, what kind of commitment you can be making for yourself today, and put it in the comments, because it really is not only about that commitment, but then starting to say it to others, starting to really see what it is time for you to do. Like yesterday, I got an email, totally dropped me down. And so I clarified my commitment, and then I actually messaged a buddy and I said, okay, this is what I'm committed to. And I spoke it out loud, because it really, that's going to be the place that you start to convert yourself and start to get yourself back on track and the things that matter to you in the world and are really important to you. So drop yours in the comment below. And if one of your commitments to self helps you to see and start to realize that you do need help, that you're actually know, like, I can see what I'm committed to. And my commitment is actually like, I need a little bit of help to make all of these things happen. I have your design your purpose plan assessments available right now. And if you're like, yes, I really want that, I only have 3 left. So check that out and just DM me or pop it in the comments, and I will reach out to you and we'll figure that out to design your purpose plan. And it really is around, how do you stay on track? How do you stay, instead of getting derailed by things like worry or doubt or fear, how do you get yourself back on track and stay in the commitment to what you know, like a bigger calling that you have in your life, and you're committed to working out in this moment? So pop those down below. I'm so glad to see you convert that worry today to commitment. Have an awesome day.